Well, the only way it could get better is if the Tide rolls today against the Michigan Wolverines. Milroe standing on his own 31 with a man in motion coming near side. Will get the snap. He'll go play action. Pressure coming. Forced outside, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 23-yard line. Pressure coming from the Wolverines, and Braden McGregor, the defensive end, got there in a hurry. First sack of the game recorded by the Wolverines, obviously.
And it wasn't even a little twist or a stun or anything. He just beat Caden Proctor on the inside. I'm not sure if Proctor thought he was going to have a little bit of help.
Play clock is now at 5 seconds. Bama at 4, 3, 2. They get the snap off at 2. Stepping up, Milroe now forced out of the pocket, chased and brought down back around the 24-yard line. 2 sacks already, and Milroe getting up, but that is not a good sign. Seeing him run for his life early on, the Michigan defense cat quick as well as Bama goes 3 and out.
Couple little games right here up on the interior play. They brought a looper from the right side all the way around to the left, and he is the one that made the tackle. That was Josiah Stewart for the Michigan Wolverines.
Well, they'll send a man in motion left side, and we'll hand it off to Corum, trying to get to the right edge. He cuts it up, gets to the 30-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup. They'll move the tight end left side. They'll pitch to Corum left side, trying to get to the edge. He's got a first down. He's got more, and he lowers his shoulder, bullying his way into Alabama territory at the 48-yard line. The Wolverines setting up shop with the first down after a 21-yard gain from Corum. He had interference from Mac Bredesen on that left side as well.
They use the tight end to get out there on the edge as an extra blocker. Alabama didn't adjust to it, and it's just a tall sweep out of a different look.
As they will snap it to him, it's going to be a quarterback keep, trying to get to the right side, cuts it up, gets across the 40 and to the 39. Did he get to the 38? I don't believe he did. The 39 is where they spot him, and that'll be a yard shy of the first down mark, so it'll be 4th and a yard. They bring Corum back into the ball game. It does indeed appear that they're going to go for it. McCarthy looking, getting the handoff, giving it to Corum, and he will fight forward easily to the first down mark and beyond. They'll give him the 35. It'll be 1st and 10, Wolverines from there. Kalel Mullings in the backfield now behind the quarterback McCarthy. Pistol formation. Play action. Looking, still looking, pressure coming, rolling to the edge. McCarthy firing, pass is caught near the boundary, and that is a complete pass. Mullings was able to make the grab for the first down, and now inside the Bama red zone after a 19-yard pickup is Michigan.
I think it was Justin Aboigbe was unable to get a hand. He got one hand on but couldn't bring his feet with it. And then we actually had a defender slip down. I think that was Deontay Lawson. Lost his footing and lost the receiver as a result.
But they're all bunched in relatively tight. Corum looking to throw. They'll fire. He's got Corum out of the backfield. McCarthy to his running back for the touchdown. Made it look awfully simple. They went play action, slipped into the left side, able to make the grab, and the Wolverines have pulled to within 1. McCarthy to Corum on play action.
Not sure if Deontay Lawson had him man-to-man or if we were in some sort of zone, but I think Deontay Lawson thought it was going to be zone coverage as Corum crossed the formation after the play action and nobody picked him up.
Said play action. I'm not sure he even made a fake. Is now on to try the extra point. James Turner, 5th-year player to transfer from Louisville. His kick is up. It's good, and we're tied at 7. We've got 4:23 to go in the first quarter of play here in Pasadena. The Rose Bowl, as good as anticipated between the Tide and the Wolverines here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. He's got company over there as Jermaine Burton is to the near side of the field. Also coming near side is Bond. The handoff will go right up the middle, and there is nowhere to go. In fact, a half-yard loss on the play. 2 to the left, empty set for Milroe. He'll fire, and that's going to be incomplete. Miscommunication between he and Kendrick Law. Law still had his back to the Bama quarterback as Milroe fired that one. Is the first down mark. Dupree comes in tight. 2 men wide left, 1 right. Milroe with time, stepping up in the pocket now, wants to run. He'll get to the 30, and then he will fall down around the 32-yard line. early in this game, he knew the math there. It was 2 or 3 Wolverines that were bearing down on him. And you live to play another day.
Hey, the Alabama offensive line, though, picked up the twist nice, allowed Milroe to get out into space. And I tell you what, I think he was trying to make a move, but his footing came out from under. We talked about what were the conditions, how would they impact this game.
2 left as it's now an empty set for the quarterback, McCarthy. Gets the snap, looking across the middle, nothing there. Fires right, catch is made, and bumped out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line is Morgan, but that's going to be enough for a first down. On either side of the quarterback, they'll hand it off to Edwards. He'll run to the right, and he'll pick up nice yardage again to the 38 of the Wolverines. A first down pickup of 8 yards. Single set back to his right. Justice Haynes in there. Haynes will go right as Milroe has pressure coming, and he goes down. Wow, 3rd sack of the day by the Michigan defense, as getting there almost as quickly as the snap did was the weak side linebacker Michael Barrett. Georgia native out of Valdosta came flying in out of nowhere, and that is a bit disconcerting, as that is already the 3rd time that Milroe has been sacked in this ball game, and he didn't have a chance there.
No, the offensive line slid the wrong direction. Obviously thought pressure was going to come from the boundary, and instead it came from the field.
So 2nd down and 19 for Alabama from their 16-yard line. Milroe, pressure coming again, steps through it initially, but he goes down at the 10-yard line. So as was the case on the first drive of the game for Alabama, 2 sacks have been recorded here by the Michigan defense, a total of 4 already in the contest.
And they just brought a couple of loopers, really just a 4-man rush, really a 5-man rush, a little game up front. We got confused, lost our footing, and allowed penetration to come right up the middle, and that's the worst place it can come for a quarterback.
Isaiah Bond, the wide out to the right side of the formation. 2 are to the left. Handoff going to McClellan. He gets spun around right as he takes the handoff and loses 2 yards on the play. Jalen Harrell is able to spin him around and make the stop for a 2-yard loss. Milroe with the empty set sends Law in motion to his left. Quarterback keep. Jalen trying to get to the outside, can't. Great job defensively on the part of Mikey Sainristil, the nickelback, to come up and make the stop in the open field, and not too many guys have been able to hit Milroe and stop him like that.
Yeah, Michigan's awfully good at open field tackling. Had a nice hole, but just missed 1 block. Needed C.J. Dupree to pick up. Sainristil there, and it probably ends up in a first down. But I think this is a play in a formation Alabama can go back to and utilize Kendrick Law in the speed sweep. That can give Michigan some problems and also create some opportunities downfield.
They'll move him to the right side of the quarterback, McCarthy. Handoff does go to Corum, trying to bounce it to the edge. He will churn forward, and man, the pile moving with him up near the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about 7, maybe 8. Jahad Campbell. Michigan. Corum again in the backfield. Gets the handoff, sheds 1 tackler, fights forward, gets the first down. Bama had a chance to get him in the backfield, Tyler, and couldn't do it. Deontay Lawson ultimately makes the stop. Looking at a long 8 with Donovan Edwards now in the backfield to the left of McCarthy. Send a man in motion right side in Morgan. He changes direction to go left. Play action. Across the middle they go. Catch is made. First down gained. And the tight end, Loveland, is finally corralled and brought down, but not until he picks up a dozen yards. Strong side right. Bama trying to get in the right spot. Simple toss sweep, but they'll throw it back to the quarterback. He almost had it go over his head. Now they'll throw it downfield. He's got a man. Catch is made and out of bounds inside the Alabama 40-yard line. That is one heck of a play, because it was almost disaster for the Wolverines. Instead, they turned it into a big gainer and almost got additional yardage. They wanted a late hit from Alabama, but there was no flag that I saw after a 30-yard pickup.
Boy, you don't see these type of plays. Dallas Turner got held coming out of as he was pursuing Blake Corum, or excuse me, J.J. McCarthy. As you mentioned, McCarthy going up and getting that ball and able to pull it down, took a shot at the end, was very slow getting up.
It's what ultimately led to their touchdown. Snap goes to McCarthy. Plenty of time. Looks, hits a man across the middle. He'll go to the right side. He'll go down the sideline. He'll get to the pylon. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Michigan. 38 yards. As Tyler Morris made the catch and outran the Bama defense to the end zone to give the Wolverines their first lead. It's now 13-7.
Well, 3rd and long, you're hoping for a sack to force Michigan to punt the football, and instead you go man coverage, and somehow another wide receiver gets matched up on Deontay Lawson, the linebacker, and that's a foot race that Lawson cannot win.
As the kickoff from the foot of Turner will be fielded at the goal line by Kendrick, and he will get smothered as he gets to the 15-yard line. Boy, he took quite a hit right there. Unfortunate that he didn't lose the football in the process. Milroe getting the snap. Play action. Stepping up in the pocket. Looking deep. Has a man down there. It is going to be knocked away, and perhaps knocked away as much by Kendrick Law as it was by the defensive back who was there in coverage, Tyler, because Kendrick really didn't have much of a chance to make the grab. The better opportunity to make a reception would have been the free safety, Rod Moore.
Yeah, Rod Moore doing a good job staying back into coverage. He kept everything in front of him, but it's still a nice home run hit. And I think that shows that you're probably, if you can pick up positive yardage and make this manageable, you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Milroe with an empty set now gets the snap. Looking, pressure coming, and he goes down back at the 34-yard line. The 5th sack of the first half keeps Alabama, in all likelihood, from taking a shot at the end zone here.
We're looking at a 50-yarder. The one thing that you could not have happen. And then the pressure came around from the right side. Michigan just brought 2 guys. J.C. Latham really didn't get either one of them.
Two wideouts left. McClellan in the backfield to the left of Jalen Milroe. They'll send Bond, but the snap is low, and Jalen will have to fall on it back at the 39-yard line.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a while, but not only was the timing of the snap bad, it was rolled back there, Tyler.
Coach Saban talked about drive killers. I mean, nobody is ready for this pass. Or for the snap, rather. I mean, there's nobody ready to go. And I'm not sure. I mean, nobody clapped on the side of the defense for Michigan. It was just an errant snap by Seth McLaughlin.
Not only was it too soon, but again, he rolled it back there. So a huge mistake, a loss of 13. It's now 2nd and 23, Alabama right at the 40-yard line. Dropped by Milroe, and he's going to go down, and Bama starting to just hurt themselves. Nick Saban livid as Alabama that time, I'm not sure it was a low snap. It looked like Milroe may have just dropped it.
No, it was low. It was low once again. And anytime a quarterback, it's not that he can't catch it, but you're taking his eyes off of where they need to be, which is up surveying the secondary.
McCarthy getting the snap. Plenty of time. Now forced out of the pocket. Scrambling to his right. Looking downfield. Fires one that's going to be caught, or is it incomplete? Incomplete, the official says. Out of bounds. And the Tide forces Michigan to punt it away with 8:28 to go in the 3rd.
Well, the Michigan sideline is not happy about this. They thought it was a catch. It's going to be hard to overturn this, though. He was dragging his feet, but I believe that they came up before his foot went back down before he caught the ball.
Previous play of an incomplete pass is under further review.
It's a big call right here. It's early, relatively speaking, in the 3rd quarter. It's the first drive for Michigan. We're midway through on the clock, though, for quarter number 3. If you joined us late in the first quarter of play, very first drive, first play from scrimmage, Michigan threw what was ruled an interception initially, but they determined that Alabama did not get a interception in bounds, and the Wolverines kept possession. They would have to punt ultimately, but it was very different. Bama didn't turn it into points initially. However, Michigan seems very hopeful they'll get this one overturned. Tyler, after another look at it, what did you see?
It's one of those things that was ruled incomplete. I think he did drag his foot across. It's hard to confirm that one way or the other. We're going to know right now.
After review, The receiver completes the process of the catch with the left foot in bounds. It's first down, Michigan.
And for the second time, we apply pressure, and J.J. McCarthy is able to break containment and get around the outside. We're going with Justin Eboigbe on these third and long situations. He's not near quick enough to be able to break away from his blocker and keep that containment.
And now they'll actually bring Roydell Williams into the backfield with him, or check that, it's Jam Miller back there with him. They'll swing it out to Jam, but it's a terrible pass for Milroe. Led him too much, and that's going to be incomplete. It'll be fourth down, a tough break. He's trying to lead him, which is a good thought, but he led him too much, Tyler. Miller never got his hand on the football. If he does cleanly, he's probably going to get a first down.
He possibly could have. Rod Moore, the linebacker, the defensive back for Michigan, was in one-on-one coverage with our running back on that play.
For the Tide, Milroe from the pistol right in front of them will send Miller in motion left. He will fake it to a man. He'll keep it himself. Try to get to the edge. Slip, lost the football. A scramble for it. Who's got it? Michigan says they does. Let's wait and see. And yes, the Wolverines will have it right at midfield. First turnover by the Tide today as Jalen Milroe had the football squirt right out of his hands, trying to make a play at midfield, and the Wolverines will take over.
And once again, it's because he lost his footing and wasn't able to secure it in his left arm. Pressure was coming from the inside, and it just gets stripped away.
Great job on the part of the Wolverines defensively. Wolverines with it at their own 49. McCarthy waiting on the snap, gets it, fires left side, catch is made. It is to the 35. Roman Wilson brought down by Kool-Aid McKinstry. He and Malachi Moore arguing over who made the mistake right there. Regardless, somebody's got to get the guy on the ground, and they do, but not until he gets to the 31. With Justice Haynes in the backfield to his left. Play action to him, swings it out quickly to Burton, who gets hit immediately and brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. It will be second down, or excuse me, not a loss, back to the line of scrimmage. Second down, and we'll say 14 now for Alabama.
Michigan brought a corner blitz, but this is one where Jalen Milroe needs to abort the fake. You don't need to do that. Pull up, take advantage of Jermaine Burton being open in the edge before the safety has an opportunity to close down and make that tackle.
So the fake slowed things
down. There's no need to do the fake when you know that corner blitz is coming.
2 wideouts left, 1 right on 3rd and 9. Milroe stepping up in the pocket. Pressure comes in, and he's going to be brought down. Everything got bunched up, and now, Tyler, you may be out of field goal range, or at least where you're comfortable with it.
Yeah.
With Will Reichert.
You got to know where you are down a distance and what the situation is. You know that Michigan is bringing the field pressure. They're eventually going to get to you. You got to take what you can give. You have an opportunity to hit Amari Knobloch for a 5-yard gain. You never know what he can turn it into, but you're not going to beat that rush against with your leg.
Waiting on the snap. They will hand it off to Corum left side. Nowhere to go after a gain of a couple. They'll spot him actually at the 30. Forgive me, he got more than I thought. 4th and 2. Corum to the right of McCarthy, wants to throw. Fires wide open right side and a lot of real estate. Inside Bama territory. A flag's going to come in. It'll be a block in the back. The first down will take place, but this play will not be as big in terms of yardage because they're going to bump some of it back. However, the Wolverines keep the drive alive with 3:10 to go.
And they're going to keep the ball in Blake Corum's, J.J. McCarthy's hands. Little play action, roll him out, hit Corum. There in the flat, and Alabama secondary got confused once again on who had the running back coming out.
Had them ticking, time left here in Pasadena. McCarthy bringing a man in motion in front. Fakes a handoff to it. McCarthy keeps it himself. Trying to get to the edge. Does. First down and more. He's brought down out of bounds. It will be a gain of 20 plus. And the Wolverines stop the clock with 2:51 to go. And a fresh set of downs inside the Alabama 30-yard line.
Well, Michigan continuing to run their offense, and right now it's just a quarterback counter. Jalen Key unable to step up. They're able to get a couple of guys out front. Actually saying that he stepped out around the 35-yard line.
Only a gain of 15. Boy, double levels have ticked off for Michigan because they wanted a late hit. They also wanted more yardage, period, on the play. 1st and 10 at the Bama 34. A man in motion for McCarthy. Play action to Corum. Stepping up, looking, firing left side, high, but caught. Caught at the 15, still on his feet, shoved out of bounds at the 5. Roman Wilson makes the grab. It'll be 1st and goal Wolverines. Boy, when that ball left his hands, I thought Bama had a chance at a pick.
Yeah, I thought it was going to get intercepted as well, and I think Malachi Moore did as well, as he did not go for the tackle, but instead went up high thinking the ball was coming into his hands.
They bring a man in tight to the left side. Quarterback Keat throws it to a man left side. Catch is made. Touchdown Wolverines. With 1:34 to go, Roman Wilson making that grab. And the Wolverines bring the kicking unit on. One would assume to try an extra point, but again, they missed one earlier. Thank goodness. Or otherwise, this would be a kick to take the lead. It was a bad snap before. Doman, the place kicker, Turner, the kicker, Doman, the holder. The snap coming from Wagner. Here we go. Snap, spot, kick, all executed well. But Alabama with 1:34 on the clock, and still Tyler Watts, a timeout in the back pocket.
Yeah, and that's helpful. But also, we talked about the play action down on the goal line for Michigan. They start Roman Wilson on the right side and then go behind the line of scrimmage and slide him out to the left side in the flat. He gets lost by Kool-Aid McKinstry and Caleb Downs and is wide open for the Michigan touchdown.
Waiting, getting the snap. Milroe swings it out, catches made, and spun and brought down shy of the first down mark. McClellan on a great hit by the Wolverines. And their linebacker, I believe, who made the stop, Josh Wallace, the left corner, They'll bring a man in motion to the left side. McCarthy operating under center. Again in motion, right side. They'll hand it off to Corum. Room to the edge, stacked up, changes direction, cuts it back inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line of Alabama. Jalen Key, the free safety, made the stop there.
For the first time, that when Michigan goes underneath center, every time up to here has been a play action. Now they just do a little stretch to the right side and are able to gain the edge.
8-yard pickup as they'll spot him at the 17. 2nd and 2 upcoming. Braswell in at linebacker for Alabama. Pistol formation. Handoff again goes to Corum. Bouncing it to the edge. 1st down and more. Inside the 5. Spun around. Keeps his feet into the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. And they have regained the lead in overtime. It's 26-20 on the 17-yard carry, and that went way too easy.
Yeah, it did. You know, for 28 minutes or 26 minutes here in the second half, Michigan could do nothing between the tackles. Now all of a sudden on their last 2 possessions, they have run the ball at ease, inside, outside, wherever they wanted to go, and you can't give up a score on 2 plays from the 25.
Once again, here's Turner on to try the extra point. From the hold of Doman in the snap from Wagner. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and Michigan has taken a 27-20 advantage. Pistol formation. Milroe looking, swinging it out right side. Catch is made, but hit made immediately on Kendrick Law. There's no gain on that play for the Tide. One man split wide left. Everybody else bunched in left. Handoff. McClellan gets to the line of scrimmage and no more. Snap was high and to the right of Milroe. Made a nice grab just to make sure that one didn't go sailing past his ear.
Yeah, Junior Colson, the linebacker, so active in the running game, is able to snake his way through and make a tackle on the opposite side.
Milroe with 2 wideouts left, 1 right. Hands it off, nowhere to go for McClellan. He is brought down back at the 15-yard line. Mason Graham, the nose, made the stop. And Alabama's in a bind right here.
And Michigan really just called a nice play. So they're going to slant their line right into where Chase McClellan is getting the football. But Jalen Milroe can't pull it because he has a field pressure coming from the edge. The only thing he could have done is pull the ball and maybe dumped it off to Robbie Utes.
Trying to extend the game. Roydell Williams in the backfield. Milroe the quarterback. From the pistol. 3 wideouts. 2 left, 1 right. Empty set now as Williams goes left. Quarterback keep. Nowhere to go for Milroe as he tried the quarterback keep. The Wolverines stop the tide. They end Alabama's season, and Michigan advances to college football's national championship game next week in Houston. Alabama kept the football in the hands of its most dynamic player. But as they have done the majority of the day, Michigan has an answer. And they stop Alabama to end the Tide's magical run. An SEC championship and a college football playoff berth did not seem possible for this Alabama team after the first 3 weeks of the season. But the pride that'll be felt later for that accomplishment is far from their minds at the moment as the Tide season comes to a close with a 27-20 overtime loss to the Michigan Wolverines here in Pasadena.